That is a very nice monument. This here is the resting place of Father James Marquette, who was buried here in 1677. To give a little early history, Father James Marquette began his missionary career in 1668. Now, I know in my previous video I mentioned when I was in Sault Ste. Marie, nearby the Tower of History, that that area was his first church and lodging spot. But that was not like his actual church. He was only there for just lodging purposes, because he was actually being sent here into St. Ignace. It was not until 1671 when he actually established his first missionary church here, I believe nearby the Ottawa tribe. Father Marquette was a very well-educated man. He spoke several Native American languages. He converted many of the natives into Christianity. He was very well respected and loved by all the people around here. In 1673, Father James Marquette, along with, I believe, Father Louise Juliet, decided to go further south through Illinois into Mississippi. Now, how long he spent in Mississippi, I do not know, but as they were establishing missionaries in certain areas, a certain Native American tribe came up to him and said that the Spanish were heading into their direction. Knowing that they would probably be captured, Father James Marquette, along with Father Louise Juliet, decided to head back up north through Mississippi, but back into the Illinois area. Around 1675, Father Marquette was creating more missionaries around the area and converting more Native Americans to Christianity. But it was around that same year he came down with a mysterious illness. Nobody knows what it was. But as his health went from bad to worse, he knew he was dying. His last request was to be sent back to St. Ignace. That exact same year, somewhere along his journey in Ledgington, Michigan, I think that's slightly north of Traverse City, he died. The companions that were escorting him, I don't know why, left his remains in Ledgington. The two French companions, I think along with some of the natives, came back up here to inform the people of the sad news. Many Native American tribes got together, were discussing about the situation, what happened to him. And it was not until 2 years later, in 1677, I believe it was the Ottawa tribe, who had been recently converted to Christianity, brought his remains back up here to be buried. That spot that I just showed you, that monument, is his final resting place. But shortly, I think around 1701, when the French left this area, his chapel was destroyed and his grave mark was lost. It was not until around 1877 some farmers were digging around this area and hit what was known as, I believe, limestone, which caught the attention of some of the people. And as they were digging around this area, they rediscovered the gravesite of Father James Marquette. 5 years later, that monument I just showed you was built and placed at his gravesite. At any rate, well, I hope you enjoyed that little history lesson. Have a nice day.